welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video, and for this one it is Critical Mass, which was released by Durell Software. I can't remember when. I'll find out for the description. And well, what you are about to hear is nothing short of horrific. I mean, okay, it's not quite as bad as Intergalactic Cage Match, but it ain't much better. What a fucking load of shit that music was. Now, these hints are pretty useless actually, because despite what they may say, yeah, they're no use at all. So let's skip past that lot. And we get the great great fucking music again. So let's get a game underway. So we have to first of all start by selecting the skill level, then the vehicle type. If you want normal or vectored flight, I'll stick with normal. I'll explain vectored flight later on. And then for some reason you have to hit return again to actually start the mission. And here we go. Now hopefully I'm in a quiet area. No, I'm not. Right. Now the idea is to escape from this area you are in. If you look at the bottom left side there, you will see first of all a timer. That timer is how long you have to complete the actual game. I'll explain the actual storyline in a moment. Below that is your energy meter, which does go up as you, you know, if you're given time to recover from the hits. Below that is a distance meter. It's currently at 8, but I've just been destroyed. I'll go through this part in more detail a bit later on. I'm just trying to fucking explain the loadout here, the display. So anyway, so you have that over here. So you have that oh, fuck off, that display. So that 08, when that gets down to 0, once you've gone far enough, it will take you on to the next phase. I'm almost there. There we go. Basically, to get to each phase you've got to have that distance thing at 0. Then below that is your score. So let's try and whiz through this level. I was doing okay. The first few levels really aren't that difficult, but me trying to talk you through the display panel meant that I made a big fuck up of level 1. So there we go, we got to the end of that one. Now if you fire, it does use up energy, so you don't really want to do it unless you absolutely have to. The easiest way to get through each of these phases is to do what I'm showing here, which is find a sort of quietish area which allows you to just keep going left to right all the time. You can see you can't always manage it though, but it's particularly handy if you can find such an area, because controlling this hover thing really isn't that easy. In fact, it's a fucking pain in the arse, especially as when you get hit by enemy shots, or if you accidentally hit an enemy creature. For some reason it decides it's going to spin you right round There we go, right, so we reached the end of that one. On to phase 4. Now there are, I think it's 8 of these particular phases. So, oh, fuck off, right. Okay, let's see if I can get some speed up and try and get through to the end here. Now when your like hover vehicle that you're in is destroyed, that's not straight away your life lost. You also saw that I was in some sort of hover jetpack thing. Now when you're in that, you can make your way to a like resupply area, which will allow you to get another hover vehicle and carry on going from where you left off. Oh, for fuck's sake. Now, as you can hear, large parts of the game is played in total silence, which is not exactly ideal as we approach the end of this level, or this phase I should say. Now on to phase 5. But yeah, the game being in total silence for large parts, it may not sound particularly great, but when you consider that the alternative is to have that music playing all the way through, you suddenly think, yeah, okay, maybe silence isn't such a bad thing. There are several aspects of this game which are fucking annoying. None more so than the way that your ship just gets spun round like so every time you hit anything. It is fucking irritating. Right, so now that my ship's been destroyed, I am now in this hover jetpack thing, and this will allow me to actually go and get a replacement vehicle if I can get back in time without losing any energy. You land on the red part here, and then this dome comes along, and voila, there's another hover vehicle inside, so you can then carry on. If you don't make it to that area, you lose all your energy on the jetpack, then it is game over. I'm almost dead again, so now I can find another one. Those tentacle things that appear obviously will attack you, but they are attracted because the like thruster or whatever from your jetpack is attracting them to you. The vehicle that you're in most of the time is, say, it's like a hovercraft thing, so it's not actually in contact with the ground, so that's why they are not attracted while you're flying around in this thing. So I don't know how far. 92 still to go. The other thing is that the controls are not particularly sensitive, to put it mildly, so fuck off. So yeah, you constantly trying to correct how the ship is moving. Just about got away with that. So yeah, you constantly try and correct it, and then you find, oh, it's been overcorrected and all this. Now this level is a real cunt. I've got to somehow try and get through here without without taking any hits, which is easier said than done. In fact, it's one of many parts of this game which is easier said than done. So, alright, let's see if we can get back into another vehicle. There we go. I cannot get past this this part here. I think there's you need to destroy something around here. I don't know if it's that thing there. As you can see, the shots that are fired at me, it doesn't take long for them to Oh, you fuck. Okay, so I was, yeah, went back to the, or went into the jetpack mode, and it killed me straight away. That was fucking nice of them, wasn't it? Fuck off. Alright, so let's have another go. I really hate the way you have to, right, first of all enter the skill level, then you got to enter your flight mode, and then you've got to hit return again for no reason at all before you then get the status page, and then you can finally start playing the game. Isn't that fucking good of them? So the first level is not, well, pretty much a case of just going in a straight line and boss, there we go, done. So second phase, there are some enemies, not too many of them, but again the biggest threat is you know, the actual controls of this vessel that you're in, and trying to get it to actually fucking respond. Oh, you cunt. Now it's been a right fucking pain in the arse. There we go, so on to phase 3. So the actual idea of the game is this is an asteroid, and on it is some sort of large sort of power plant or something, and it's been invaded by these aliens who are determined to destroy the human race. And the reason, or their methodology for doing it, is that they've basically set the reactor into meltdown, and you have to try and get to the reactor and stop the meltdown before it reaches critical mass. So there you go, that's why the title was chosen, although it is a very flimsy connection with the actual game story. Oh, fuck it hell. So there are a number of aspects of this game which are fucking irritating, but none more so than the constant spinning you round at like 180 degrees because you hit something. You know, we're taking damage by doing that. You know, the energy meter goes down. That's punishment enough. Fucking spinning you round 180 degrees just makes it fucking annoying. However, then you get sections like I was on there, where you're just flying around and there is so little happening. As I say, your energy meter does recover if you know, can fly for a while without taking any hits or being shot or flying into anything. Then if you can do that for a while, then you're doing fucking well. Oh, fuck off. Now, this game really is typical Durell. There we go. On to phase 5. Yeah, this game is typical Durell. Durell did quite a few reasonable Spectrum games. They also did quite a few absolute fucking shite Commodore 64 games. The only Durell game I can think of the top of my head that was not utter shite was Thanatos. And even then I'm starting to wonder if that actually was a Durell game. But I mean, even with Thanatos, it was very clearly just a straight Spectrum port. It's the same with Saboteur. That's just a straight Spectrum port. I'm pretty sure Saboteur was a Durell game as well. When they don't do just straight Spectrum ports, you get this or fucking Turbo Spree, which really was a fucking load of shit. This, I mean, this is nowhere near as bad as Turbo Esprit, but I mean, finding a game that's as bad as Commodore 64 Turbo Esprit, yeah, that's one of those tasks that you do not want to succeed in. Now controlling this thing is a fucking pain in the arse as well. You'll notice there's an arrow next to all your score and everything. That tells you which direction you have to go in. But as you can see, when you bump into anything, as always, it sends you, you know, spins you around 180 degrees. And if you're moving fairly quickly at the time, then yeah, it makes it fucking irritating beyond belief. Rather like that. Fuck's sake. I'm almost at the, there we go. So we go on to phase 6. Now with phase 6, I just don't know what it is that I need to do. I think I just have to try and get through that area without taking a hit. But I have taken a hit, so there we go. I've now got to get out of here, and I'm being sent all over the place there. So my energy is now very, very low, and I'm almost dead. Just about got away with that. But you'll notice from the distance there, I haven't got to go very far, but it won't let me go very far anyway. Oh, fuck's sake. So I think I've got to get through that barrier pretty fast. But how fast? Well, I suppose I've got to do it at maximum speed. No, so fucking dead again, and now it's gonna knock me all over the place. It's rather lucky. There we go. Now, I don't know if there is a limit to how many of these ships you can use here, but oh fucking hell! So you can get through it like that, but if you do, and your vehicle is then destroyed, which it seems inevitable, you can't even use the fucking jetpack to get around. Right, anyway, so let's get the review underway. I hate this fucking method of selecting the level, you know, or getting a game underway. Select skill level, yeah, okay. Maybe even selecting I'll show you what vectored flight is. We'll choose V for this one. But then why that as well? There's enough to fucking, you know, have two starts. You know, have two key presses to start the game. So there, with a vectored flight mode, if you move in one direction, you can then turn around trying to line up the next movement. And yeah, I find it next to impossible to play this game with this control method. I fucking hopeless had it. And see, I've already lost the fucking, and now I'm knocked about all over the place here. This is no different. This is just as much of a fucking pain in the arse. Oh, fuck off! Yeah, there you go. So that means I've got rid of that fucking annoying control method anyway. So yeah, I hate the way you have to, you know, start off the way you're supposed to start each game. Normal flight. Graphics are forgettable. I mean, they are extremely dull, boring. There is fuck all of any interest here. Nothing impressive. Whether we're talking in game or in the title screen or the way the game's presented, it's all fucking basic and shit, and yeah, there's nothing good about it. In terms of audio, the music is utter fucking shite. Jesus Christ. It doesn't even keep time, it's just fucking shit out of a dog's arse. And the sound effects are again very bland. So yeah, the audio doesn't win any prizes, and then the gameplay is fucking annoying. I mean, the game itself is quite basic, overly basic. There is so little to do, but yeah, the actual gameplay is so fucking irritating. Whether it's because, you know, being bounced around because you've hit something, especially when you're in the jetpack, but even more so when you're sent flying 180 degrees like that because you hit an enemy or an enemy shot hits you. It's fucking seriously annoying. So I fucking hate this game. I can't believe I've chosen this game to do for this particular video. This video is the 100th consecutive Commodore 64 retro review I've done. Normally by now I would have gone on to either Amiga or coin-op arcade games or even Atari 2600, but no, I stuck with the Commodore 64, and here I am with the 100th consecutive Commodore 64 game review, and it's this fucking shit. I mean, alright, it's not, you know, the A-Team, it's not as shit as that. Yeah, it's not fucking, you know, Lee Enfield and the Tournament of Death, but it is fucking annoying. It's, yeah, it just fucking irritates the hell out of me. I dare say though that this game probably has enough fanboys, just like what were they? Well, Slapfight I know was one, and I think it was Guardian 2, just the last game. People who don't like me saying nasty things about their favourite game. Oh, fuck off. You really think voting down my vid's gonna fucking stop me? I've got videos that have got something like 70... I think it's 75 downvotes on it, and oh look, I'm carrying on, because, you know, you're not going to fucking change anything, you know, so I'm expecting plenty of downvotes for this one, because I'm saying this game's shit, which it fucking is. I mean, you know, what do I score it? I'll score it 1 out of 10, because... well, I think the graphics on this hover thing don't look too bad actually, but everything else, I fucking hate it. I hate the gameplay. I hate the you know, all of the other graphics. I hate the audio and the music in particular. Fuck me, are they taking the piss with that fucking music or what? And yeah, it just doesn't have anything going for it. I'll say apart from this one very minor fucking thing. So 1 out of 10 for critical mass. I can't face playing this fucking load of shit anymore. Let's see if I can get myself killed off. See, now I'm trying to get myself killed off, it won't fucking do anything. Come on. Right, there we go, right, dead, and now we'll let the technicals fucking kill me off. Oh, come on, normally they fucking kill me off in no time at all, but now that I want them to, no, fuck all. Oh, there we go. Is that all that they're going to do? I smash into a rock or something. There we go. There we go. Right, there you go. So, critical mass, 1 out of 10. Fucking load of bollocks. So much so that this game should have been, well, when you bought the game, rather than being packaged in a cassette box, it should have been packaged in a fucking scrotum sack. So, that's critical mass for Commodore 64. That brings this review mercifully to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.